I thought this was all sort of, what are you talking about, listen to God? Is God talking to you? I would say to Alvy. I didn't understand what she was talking about because we are not always used to listen to God. Now, I can tell you, even though I'm still learning so many things, I can hear God talking to me so frequently. No, it's not a voice out there. No. Many times are impressions, many times are thoughts in my mind, but I know where God is guiding me. And when I say, God, what do you want me to do? Will He answer me? Of course. He'll try to guide you in 1,000 different ways. And as soon as we learn how to listen to Him more and more, He will tell us what to do. And then if He tells us what to do, what is number 5? Obey Him with joy. Because some people obey because they have to. I want to be saved, so I have to do whatever God says, even though I don't feel like it. Well, yeah, you better begin there. But please, ask the Lord to give you the joy of obedience, because and then you can do it and really have an incredibly beautiful life. Now, I did not understand this at all. You know, I understood about the 2300 days. I understood about the second coming. I understood so many doctrines, the 27 that we had in the past, the 28 that we have now. You know, I understood all of that very well. I knew how to preach. I knew how to have many baptisms. My church, the first year I was in Texas, it was the church, the English-speaking church that had more baptism in the whole conference. That was a small church that we had in Killeen, Texas. And I could do that. But I had no idea how to really listen to God. So my life went in from one problem to the next, to the next, to the next one. And as I told you this morning, when we eventually came here to Bakersfield, 1990, I was so frustrated with Alvy and consequently with myself. I was a very unhappy person. And I was frustrated, separated from Alvy. I did things that I regret. I was unfaithful to Alvy. I did things that were very, very painful for my family and for Alvy. And everything looked like there was no hope. And I was actually living in an apartment close to our house. And I would still go to our house because I always enjoy some of the food I found in the refrigerator. And I also like to watch TV on my bigger TV in our house than in the little apartment that I had. So I would go. I would just use my key that I always kept, you know. I took most everything out, but I would come home and I'll just go and sit down there and watch TV or eat whatever food I found in the refrigerator. And for Alvy it was very, very difficult. She had been told, oh, many things, you know. These people never change, you know, divorce him. And Alvy, why don't you tell the rest of the story?
No time for the rest of the story, only one event of the many. By then, when I'm going to tell you this story, my whole being was totally broken, physically, emotionally, mentally. The only thing that was strong was the spiritual. Oh, I believe my God. And I believe that His promises are true. And I was geared to wait upon the Lord, be still and know. And I became very still. Quieter and quieter, the Lord began to reveal to me that I had entered a new stage in my life, which was from Gethsemane to the cross. And from Gethsemane to the cross, Jesus Christ did not open His mouth. And so it was time for me not to open my mouth. That's a hard thing when you're under pressure and duress and you're being provoked and ugly things are done and you discover things and you just want to scream and vent and, you know, which I did at times. And then the Lord would say, go back and say, I'm sorry to your husband. And I would go, not fair, Lord, look what he's doing. And I did this. I didn't call names, but I shouted. And the Lord says, The spirit is wrong. You're frustrated. You are in a victim spirit. And you're shouting to the guy, I never did that. So I have to say, Renee, I'm so sorry. I screamed at you. My spirit was wrong. The attitude was wrong. I'm really angry at you. What I said, it still counts, but not the way I said it. Are you getting it? Eat humble pie. If we want the Lord, eat the humble pie. Be cleansed so the Lord can feel you. And so it went on, and I remember that I was having adrenaline flashes, flooding, almost 24/7. That kept my heart beating 150, 160.